I hate people who say I don't pollute. I don't pollute. Yeah, you do. You use shit and you throw it out. Or you think because you put it...
Like, this motherfucker in 3 minutes and 48 seconds described to you that CEOs are bullshit. They get proselytized for no reason, and then personally told you that they're also destroying the environment with the decisions that they're making to make more money, okay? And you're over here being like, "Ooh, this stand-up sucks."
Actually, Nerd Jesus died in the last year, right? Steve Jobs. Yeah, he died, right? I know, a lot of nerds here tonight. I know, you're sad. I didn't get it. I didn't get the big deal they made about that guy. When he died, they were like, he changed the world. That was insane. He changed the world. The world was one way, and then Steve Jobs came, and it was another. What did he do? Somebody, for the love of God, what the did that guy do? What did he do? He told other people what to invent? I want my entire music collection.
Old Billy Boozebag, how are ya? He's right.
In that phone. Get on it!
Right?
Right? And then these poor, nameless, faceless scientists gotta go in a back room and figure it out. How the are we gonna get all of this into this? I mean, what year does this guy think this is? This is crazy. This is like Buck Rogers. Dude, my kid has a birthday in like 11 months. Steve Jobs just walking by. I don't hear any thinking going on in there. Just strutting around the office, eating some pretentious fruit like a pear, right? Just throwing out ideas. There's another one. There's another one I just came up with on the way to work. I was reading a magazine the other day, turning pages, you know? I like to turn pages on a screen that aren't even there. Yeah, wrap your heads around that, guys. See you in 8 years. Where you going, Michael? Big, little, get on it. Right? And all these people slave away to make his vision come true. And then they have the big nerd fest, right? Down there, Comic-Con, and all their nerd mecca. They're all showing up with their acne and their Hulk shirts, limping into the arena, right? Does Steve Jobs go out with a whole chorus line of scientists? No, he goes out there by himself, sneakers and no belt, like it was no biggie, right? like he's Tesla. Tapping into the atmosphere. I know, this is always uncomfortable. I know, you bought into it, right? That whole advertising, the way they aligned themselves.
And it was actually so cringe. Hell yeah, dude. I want to live in a world devoid of laughter. I think laughter is bourgeois decadent. Laughter is moral degeneracy, okay? It's cringe. I hate it. I think stand-up is unacceptable. Or if you're like alt-right, you think it's moral decay, moral degeneracy.
Those are some of the greatest people of all time. Jesus, Gandhi, me. Remember that? Muhammad Ali, John Lennon, this guy. How the was that dude?
Yeah, he's talking about Nikola Tesla, not Tesla the car company.
Dude, like any of them. Gandhi didn't have a sweatshop. Nah, he didn't have people leaping to their deaths only to catch a net and get ricocheted back through the window to have to put together yet another iPad. John Lennon didn't have children in his basement pressing those albums. I know. New phone can't fit the old charger. This is your hero? This is the guy? This is what all the silence is about? New phone can't fit the old charger, so then you gotta throw it out, ends up in the ocean around some octopus's neck. Do you realize how much sea life is ecstatic that that man is no longer walking the earth? That's where it all ends up, you know. Doesn't go.
Why did you just describe like 20 political beliefs to a person just said, I dislike stand-up? Because I like stand-up, and that's the correct opinion to have. I think laughter is important. I think stand-up comedians, when they're not crying endlessly about cancel culture, or I don't know, like genderqueer Marxists, or whatever are actually providing decent social commentary.
Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I am your host, Bo Burnham, joined in studio, as always, by my co-host, Bo Burnham. What up? And we are two comedians who are talking shit, no filter, not giving a anybody thinks. Not apologizing for it. So let's get into it and might say some crazy shit. Yeah, let's do it. PC culture, man, it's exhausting, right, bro. Out of control. Exhausting. It's just... our culture has been taken over by a radical group of SJW feminist freaks who hate comedians. They hate us. Who are anti-comedy and anti-joke. Totally. And it's gotten to the point where you can't say anything. No, literally. 100% you cannot say anything. Literally. I will try to say something right now. Yeah. Watch. Yeah, and he is trying. And it's unbelievable because we have fallen so far from the heyday of comedy.
So depressing, dude.
When, Tony the Pancake was headlining the Comedy Store.
Salami Williams.
On a Tuesday night.
They would just destroy
that
absolute,
just crushing, dude. And it sucks because
Pretty good.
These people they don't understand comedy.
Of course not.
We're joking.
It is not that serious, guys.
Okay, it's not that serious.
Joking around.
And also,
all right?
we as comedians are philosophers.
Yes,
all right.
dude.
Lenny Bruce, Richard Pryor.
We hold up a mirror,
history-changing cultural figures, and you need to recognize that. All right. Comedy is an art.
Chatters be like, bro, don't watch this. This sucks. And then they will literally watch me watch exactly what this is referencing for 7 hours every day, which is Joe Rogan Experience. Chatters be like, hey, man, don't watch this, okay? Instead, watch the original content and then shit on it.
Form. Yeah, of course it is. We're artists. It's an art form. And it's important because it's one of the only art forms that is not gay. No. No, we can't say that. But gay. But not. Now they're going to come after us, right? We're going to get canceled for saying this.
You homophobes.
We're not being homophobic.
Okay, no, it's
when we say that.
It's gay is just
if there was another
gay.
word that meant gay that wasn't gay, we'd use that. But there isn't one. So it's
gay.
But yeah, so it's really just a war on comedy that I realized. I was having a conversation with my sparring partner.
Nice.
And I realized that the war on comedy is.
My opinion is correct. Stand-up is funny, and you're boring and annoying if you don't like it. Sorry, just the truth.
Going to landfill ends up in the ocean. You realize that? I hate people who say I don't pollute. I don't pollute. Yeah, you do. You use shit and you throw it out. What do you think? Because you put it.
Like, this motherfucker in 3 minutes and 48 seconds described to you that CEOs are bullshit. The concept is literally about exploitation. They also end up making, they get proselytized for no reason, even though they're, again, bullshit. And then personally told you that they're also destroying the environment with the decisions that they're making to make more money, okay? And you're over here being like, this stand-up sucks. And once again, I have to describe to the Elon Musk in the chat what a joke is every time.
Basket, it just poof, disappears. Everything you ever used is somewhere. You ever think about that? Remember that flannel shirt you bought back in the day when you got into Pearl Jam? That's out there somewhere. Probably on some porpoise's face. You're trying to get it off. Stupid little flippers. All the fads. You remember rollerblading? Remember that? Everybody had them. We set up cones. We did little tricks, right? One little homophobic joke killed that entire fad. What's the hardest thing about rollerblading? Telling your parents you're gay. Full-grown adults. Dude, I'm not gay. I don't have the cooties. These mean I suck dick. And they just threw them out. They end up in the ocean. They're made out of plastic. They can't biodegrade. They just break down to little cubes. Fish are breathing them in. 6 months later, you're going out, you're getting sushi. You think you're being healthy. You're eating your old rollerblades. All right, I'm out of time.
He's literally describing microplastics and environmental pollution that we cause. Again, another incredibly prescient take. God, I love Bilbo Baggins, dude. Old Billy Bitch Tits, old Billy Booze Bag, the famous podcast host. What is the Thursday morning podcast on Monday? What was it? I haven't listened to his podcast in a while. I mean, no one has been able to overcome being born in Boston harder than Bill Burr, okay? Can you imagine being born in Boston and not just being like the worst reactionary motherfucker on the planet?
Sam Adams has brewed its signature beers in the heart of Boston since 1984. So who better to try out our new Jacko Pumpkin Boston Ale than real Bostonians?
I could definitely taste the hops.
Pop-Tarts, Reese's Puffs, what are you, 8? Oh, what's that look? Oh, you gonna take a swing at me? It's today the day, huh? Today the day you take a swing at your old man? Is that what it is? Come on, you a man now? I didn't think so.
Like, straight up.